Let us solve this question using quadratic equations. We need to find two natural numbers whose difference is 3 and the difference of their reciprocals is 3 by 28. Now please notice that here I have written 1 by y minus 1 by x. Why is that? Look at the first equation. Here we have taken x greater than y because your answer is a positive number, so the first number has to be the greater number. But if you take x greater than y and then you take their reciprocals, then what happens? The inequality flips. The inequality changes. You can just check that out with any random example. For example, C2 is less than 3, but take their reciprocal and see what happens. 1 by 2 is actually 0.5, but 1 by 3 is 0.333. It goes on. So there you see what happens. Whenever you take the reciprocal, your inequality sign flips. So if x is greater than y, here 1 by y will be the number which is the greater number. So these are your two equations. But look at the second one. We have two fractions. We have their difference. So let us find their difference. The usual way. How you deal with the fractions. What do? First you find the LCM. To the LCM you divide the denominator and to that answer you multiply the numerator. The same way you can proceed. Your LCM is xy, divided you get x and then multiply a 1, then you get such a thing, 3 by 28. So this is your equation that you are going to deal with. Now before we go to the quadratic equation part, just from these two equations you can find that the answer is 7 and 4. How do you find that? Look at the two equations carefully. Here x minus y is 3. Here also x minus y is 3. So you are looking for two numbers whose difference is 3. And here what do you have? xy is 28. You are looking for a number, two numbers whose product is 28 and whose difference is 3. So what are the two numbers? It is very easy, right? But still, if you have any doubt, think of all the numbers which when multiplied will give you 28. 1 and 28, 2 and 14, 4 and 7. You can just look at it and say that the numbers are 7 and 4. So it is quite an easy one. Most of the number problems you can see just by looking at it, you can tell what the answer is. But then we are here to do quadratic equations. So let us move on to that. This is your first equation. X minus y is 3. So x can be taken as 3 plus y. So this is your second equation. Wherever you see x, you just put 3 plus y. Here a 3 plus y. Here a 3 plus y. Now whenever you have more than one number, more than one term to substitute, here you are substituting two numbers. Whenever you have more than one number to substitute, always put it in brackets, otherwise you will make mistake. So just put it in brackets to show that there are two numbers involved. Now y plus 3 minus y. So the y gets cancelled. Your numerator is just 3. Here once you open the brackets, you get such a term. Here a 3, here a 3. You can cancel both of it. Dividing throughout by 3, both of them become 1. Then what? You just bring it to this form, a quadratic equation form. This is our quadratic equations. We are looking for two numbers which when added give 3 and which when multiplied give minus 28. So again we know the combinations, right? But then you have a minus sign to account for. What does the minus sign mean? The minus sign means one of these number is positive and the other is negative. But at the same time, if this is plus 28, then what will it mean? Both the numbers will have the same sign. Both will be positive or both will be negative. But then here it is minus 28, which means what? One is positive, 1 is negative. How will you know which one is the positive number? Look at this sign here. This number will have the sign of the greater number here. The greater number is 7. So if the sign here is plus, the greater number here is plus, the other number is minus 4. So this is your equation. So there. This is your equation. What do you get? Either y plus 7 is 0 or y minus 4 is 0. Equating, you get what? You have two values. Y can be minus 7 or y can be 4. But then y cannot take negative values because you see it is a natural number. It cannot have negative numbers. That means what? Y is 4. If the smaller number is 4, then that means the bigger number is what? The bigger number is 7. So the numbers that you are looking for is 7 and 4. But then we already know that they are 7 and 4, right? So till I meet you again, you take care. Assalamu alaikum.